Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Get Out and Explore with John. Today I'm in Pennsylvania and I'm going to be exploring the Sideling Hill Tunnel on the abandoned Pennsylvania Turnpike. So this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Seen a couple of videos and this place looks pretty cool. I think it was abandoned in the late 1960s and it's become kind of a little tourist attraction up here. The abandoned turnpike, there's about a 13-mile stretch that you can either hike or bike. I've seen a lot of people on bikes today as I've made my way over here. But we're going to go check out the tunnel, see what we can see inside, maybe climb up on top and see what's up there. So I hope you come along with me and let's go check out the Sideling Hill Tunnel.
Originally constructed in 1881 as part of the never completed South Pennsylvania Railroad that was known as Vanderbilt's Folly, the Sideling Tunnel is located about 7 miles northeast of Breezewood, Pennsylvania, on a 13-mile stretch of the abandoned Pennsylvania Turnpike. To access the abandoned turnpike and tunnel, I parked at a small parking area that is actually located on the abandoned turnpike itself. It is accessed by a service road off of Pump Station Road. Reaching the tunnel requires a 1-mile hike along the abandoned turnpike. Along the way, you will find the Cove Valley service station. I believe this was the old rest stop on the turnpike here. It looks like all of the structures, if there were any, are down, but definitely a big parking lot here. Let's see if we can walk around and see if we can see it from the other side. All right, so coming off of the turnpike, if you were driving, this would be the entrance here. Come in here, you can hear the traffic from the new turnpike just up over the hill here. But this is a pretty big area here. I don't know if they had restrooms or if there was a little store, restaurant possibly, but it doesn't look like there's anything remaining right now, so just a big parking lot. Well, I didn't see any evidence of any facilities here, unless it's just completely gone. I think maybe this might have just been a rest stop where you could pull over and take a break, but I don't see any area where there was any type of amenities whatsoever. After doing a quick Google search, here are a few pictures that I found of the amenities at the Cove Valley Service Plaza. Obviously, this was more than just a rest stop. So now we're going to be heading out the exit here and back onto the abandoned turnpike. All right, we're going to continue heading east towards the Sideling Tunnel. Should be about another half to a mile up the road here. Keep on going. Artwork on the roadbed here of the old turn. The current Pennsylvania Turnpike travels 360 miles east to west across Pennsylvania and was considered America's first superhighway. Originally, the turnpike consisted of 7 tunnels through the Allegheny Mountains. Currently, there are 4 active tunnels remaining. The Rays Hill Tunnel and the Sideling Hill Tunnel, along with the roadway, are commonly known as the abandoned Pennsylvania Turnpike. In 2001, the Turnpike Commission gave control of the 13-mile stretch of roadway along with the tunnels to the Southern Alleghenies Conservancy, who began to work to convert the stretch into a bicycle trail. Today, the trail is used by numerous cyclists, hikers, and urban explorers on a system now called the Pike to Bike Trail, with plans to extend it to a total of 18 miles when completed. All right, looks like we're just right around this corner. I can see the entrance to the tunnel, so we're almost there. It's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to get inside and check this thing out. Looks like there might be a couple signs up here. I hope it's
still accessible, but we've been walking for, I'd say maybe about 20 minutes, about a mile or so to get to this point from where we parked. And looks like we're finally here. It's pretty cool. It looks post-apocalyptic here, although it is a little interesting because right up above there, where you can see that ridge, is where the new section of the turnpike goes over top of the tunnel entrance. We can't see it, but I can definitely hear the traffic going by, so we're going to be right underneath of the new turnpike. So it looks like this is a pretty popular place. I think we're going to be joined by a couple other urban explorers today, but we'll go and see what we can see. Go to the entrance of the tunnel. This tunnel is about 1.25 miles long, so there's no way to see the other end of the tunnel. It's going to be pitch black when we get in there. So, but we're going to go check out the facilities that were above the tunnel entrance here, and check out the ventilation system, and maybe there's some other stuff to explore. So let's go check out the Sideling Tunnel. Well, I'm normally opposed to graffiti, but in this case, I'm going to give them a pass. This is got some pretty cool looking graffiti in here at the entrance. Just kind of take a look at some of it here. The little alcoves that are in the wall were where they had the lights to illuminate the tunnel when it was in operation. But look at some of this graffiti. This is pretty impressive. And some people back in the tunnel, you can hear them, but you can't see anything back there. So let's go check out up above, and then we'll walk through the tunnel. Before we go through the tunnel, we're going to explore around here at the entrance and maybe try to climb up onto the top and see what's up there. Maybe looks like there's some rooms, maybe with some ventilation equipment and stuff up there. So let's go take a look through, see what we can find. Plenty of graffiti everywhere, that's for sure. It looks like there's some old pipes and electrical left over. Let's see what we can find here. Looks like this was part of an old stairway that they have removed. I guess they don't want anybody to get up to the top. Looks like they've put a ladder to get up there. Somebody's lashed a little ladder up to the next level, so you could potentially get up there, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to try to access that from above. We climb up the embankment over here and see if we can get to the top from up there. Let's see what else we got in here. Looks like some equipment here. I'm not sure what all this was, but looks like there was a coal storage in here. Maybe that's what was fueling the equipment to run the exhaust fans and everything, and the electricity. It looks like it was run by burning coal, and then maybe this was part of the system to deliver it. Maybe there was a boiler in this room here, or a furnace to burn the coal and power the tunnel here. All right, we're gonna try to climb up the side here and see if we can get to whatever's above from the top. This looks fairly easy. I think we can make it. Okay, that's what it looks like from up above. Well, I successfully made it up to the top. There's the entrance to the tunnel right there. And we're gonna see if we can get right back here and get across to the top and maybe get a view from up above. So let's go check it out. This door is definitely stuck shut, but when there's a will, there's a way. So we're gonna climb through and go in here and check this out. Oh boy.
there's another set of stairs there down to the lower level, but let's see what we can see in here. Oh, this is going to be pretty cool. Just be careful. There's definitely holes in the floor. So, I mean, look at some of this equipment they got here. I have no idea what any of this is for, but sure it had something to do with the ventilation system. Oh yeah, this is way cool. Look at the size of that turbine up there. Wow. Thing is huge. And like we saw down below, it looks like it was powered by coal burning. Let me see if I can get you in there to get a better view of it. Let's see. That thing's probably 8 or 9 feet in diameter on the inside. So it's pretty huge. Let's see what else we can find here. Oh, here's another. You can see it from inside here. Oh, here's another one. We can walk right up to it. We didn't have to do all that. But looks like they had 2 big turbines. And you can kind of see the fan blades right there. That would be moving all the air on the inside of the tunnel. Pick up electrical wiring falling down. There's the big vents to let in fresh air. And then let's see what we got in here. More of the same that we saw on the other side.
Hey, you kid, get out of there.
Hey!
Look at the shape of that door.
Yeah. Oh, dead end on this side. So let's go back and we'll check out the door that went through the middle. I think we got some more rooms over there to explore, but this is pretty cool. I will definitely say this is cool. Let's go back in here, get our flashlight out again, and see what we can see back in here. Oh yeah. This little hallway goes down to nothing here. That's kind of weird, but yeah. All right. More big spaces here. All right. And these, oh, look at that. This hole right here goes down into the tunnel itself. That's the road surface down below there. So coming in here, we definitely have to be careful where we're stepping. Make sure we have our flashlights in here because you don't want to be stepping in any of those holes. There's a little vent there, slot for maybe some lighting or something. And I would assume at some point this was full of tubes that would carry the air in and out. And then they got these metal poles that kind of connect everything. It's kind of maybe holding up the ceiling of the tunnel itself. And I believe, I mean, this is all concrete. I believe you could probably walk all the way from one end of the tunnel to the other up here above the road surface. I mean, it keeps going. I don't see anything saying that you can't or anything stopping you from walking all the way across this thing up above the road surface. Pretty cool. It's a better echo in here than there was in the tunnel. Wow. All right, let's keep exploring, see what else we can find. Alright, so before we leave this little area here, this is the door we came in. I noticed there was a set of stairs going down to the basement, or the next level down. I don't know what's down here, but we're gonna find out in just a second. Wow. Just a little area here that shows the curve of the ceiling of the tunnel itself. And oh, we can keep going down some more. Whoa. Oh, this is the stair that we saw from the very bottom, that the stairs were missing. I think we're not going to go down there. That looks way sketchy. Okay, let's walk around a little more here on the outside, see what else we can find out here. There's the side of the mountain that they drilled through. Looks like there's some other ventilation shafts up there on the side of the hill. I can't really see anything else there, so let's keep walking around and see what's over on this side. Okay, and it looks like this is the room we were just walking through a second ago, with the electrical panels and circuit breakers and everything. All right, so we're gonna try to climb up the side of the hill here to this ventilation shaft that we just saw. Maybe get a view of the top of the entrance of the tunnel here. And then I believe we went all the way to the very top of this is where we're going to see the current Pennsylvania Turnpike that runs right over top of the mountain. There it might be. Ooh. All right. Woo. Okay, well, I'm not really sure what this is. It just looks like there's a pipe going up the side of the hill here. But we'll turn ourselves around, and there's the top of the entrance to the tunnel. And way off there in the distance is the abandoned turnpike roadbed. Well, now I made my way over to the other side of the tunnel entrance. Had to bushwhack my way up the side of this hill here, but I'm gonna try to get up on top and see if I can get you a view from above the roadbed here. So I think we can get on this wall right here and get a little bit of a view up there. Let's go check it out. Woo, this is not gonna be easy. Oh. Okay, on top of the wall. Not sure about this. No, this is too tall for me. As we know, if you've seen other videos of mine, you can see, or you know, that I do not do well with heights. So, yeah, this is pushing my limits. We're probably 15 feet down on the right hand side, and whoa, no. We're probably at the top. We're going to be probably 50 feet on the left, and we're not doing that.
No. Sorry, guys. I just not comfortable with that. Let's head on back. All right, well, one thing I will say, enter this tunnel at your own risk. Here, there's part of some concrete that has fallen off of the ceiling right here. I don't know if you can really see it there, but yeah, it could be dangerous in here, just letting you know.
At 6,782 feet, the Sideling Hill Tunnel was the longest tunnel on the Turnpike. The land and the tunnels were purchased by the Turnpike Commission in 1938 and converted into a two-lane auto tunnel which opened in 1940. Due to the increased use of the automobile, the tunnel frequently experienced major traffic jams, as the four-lane highway was reduced to 2 lanes inside of the tunnel, one traveling in each direction. So in 1968, the Turnpike was rerouted with a major bypass that eliminated both the Sideling Hill and the Rays Hill Tunnel 3 miles to the west.
That's kind of freaky. Looks like there's a car coming at me, but I think it's people on bicycles. But I don't think you're gonna run into any vehicles here, but other than bicycles. But pretty cool nonetheless. I will say, for being abandoned for over, I think 60 years, I think this was decommissioned back in the late 1960s. I mean, it's still in relatively good condition in here. There are some rebar showing on some areas, but for the most part, still in pretty good shape. So here's one of those holes that we saw in the floor up above. This would have been either one of the light fixtures or maybe it was for ventilation, I'm not sure, but that's what the holes in the floor look like from down below here. Definitely a little spooky back in here, I will say, but I didn't see anything that you could really get hurt on, so it's a pretty cool little adventure we're on today, isn't it? I will say that it's very cool and comfortable inside the tunnel here. That was probably mid-80s when we were walking up the Turnpike to the entrance, and in here, I bet it's probably in the maybe around 70, 75 in here. It's very comfortable. Another thing I wanted to let you know is, I mean, other than the graffiti, which is everywhere, I mean, you can see it on every wall, it's covering all the surfaces, but noticed very little trash in here, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Good job, people. Don't litter when you come to these kind of places.
There have been a number of movies filmed in the Sideling Tunnel, including a movie appropriately named The Road from 2009, and the 2019 thriller, The Sideling Hill. It was even used in the documentary The Voices of Chernobyl, as some people say it resembles the post-apocalyptic area in Ukraine.
All right, let's give this a try and see how good the echo is in here. Echo! That was pretty fun. Okay guys, well that's the Sideling Tunnel. That was a pretty cool adventure there. I'm glad you came along with me. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any comments, if you've been to the tunnel here before, let me know your experience. And I guess that's going to do it for the video today. So, like I always say, you never know what you're going to see when you get out and explore with John.